Hey, what's going on? This is Frankie T, and today we're just going to do a quick tutorial on how to paint Ant-Man from the Marvel United Core box. Just for starters, if you like the video, don't forget to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button and notification bell, just to make sure you don't miss any tutorials in the future. For starters, you're going to hit this guy up with the base layer of Corvus Black on all the cloth parts of the armor. Alright, you're just going to put this all over. Okay, it doesn't have to be neat, doesn't have to be clean, you can be messy here. I mean, it's always best to be as neat as possible anyways, but you know, it's fine. You're gonna put another coat of other paint on him anywhere in the different spots here. I'm actually going a bit too thin right here. You could probably do a little bit thicker paint here. I end up having to do a couple, like three layers, maybe four even, to match to fix this up. But yeah, just hit it up with that. All right. Right here, we're gonna do the red parts of the armor, and it's gonna be a Mephiston red and a Baden black. It's not gonna be a 1-to-1 ratio. It's going to be something a little bit more of maybe like a literally just the tip of your brush of a Baden black in there, just to darken the red a bit so that you have a deeper base tone. So you're just going to put this all over. This one you're going to try to be a bit neater, but again, don't worry if you get it onto the black part of the armor. Just hit that back up with some Corvus Black later on, and everything's good to go. Just make sure you get it in the eyes here. Try not to, with the eyes, try not to go all the way to the edges. Try to leave some of that Corvus Black that was there before, just so that you can have, just so the eyes pop like a little bit better. Right here, we're going to be using gunmetal for all the metal parts of the armor. Again here, try to be as neat as possible if you can, but again, like I said before, it doesn't matter if you get it on the other parts. This is why we're doing the base coats first. If you do make a mistake, just go back over with it with the previous base coat and everything's okay. Just try to be nice and neat. Do this in a couple coats as well, especially with metallics. You don't want to be too thick with them. Just two coats is probably good. And then after that, we're probably gonna do mixing some Mephiston red maybe in a second. But yeah, just don't be shy. Just let it. 2 coats is good. Alright, so right here what we did, we ended up mixing like a 1-to-1 ratio of Mephiston red and gunmetal. And just mix those two together. And you just put that on the very top there. Right here we're just going to go over pretty much the whole model with a dark tone from Army Painter. Just put that everywhere. Make sure it doesn't pool up too much because you don't want to leave big puddles of it all over the model. Especially on the flat spots, you want to make sure you brush it away. Good tip there is you moisten the brush with the water, get rid of the excess water, and just kind of slide it across the flat surfaces on there. All right. So right here, we're gonna go over the 25-cent coin with gunmetal. You're just gonna do a couple layers of this on that, and try to be as neat as possible. You don't want to have to clean up the legs again. But it's okay. We've only done really a base coat and a layer of wash on top. So just try again to try to get it everywhere. 1 or 2 coats is fine. Just don't mess up all the details. Now, we're going to use the gunmetal as well to go over the rest of the armor with that, and just kind of bring out all the highlights again, but don't go near the edges. And we're going to use pure Mephiston red here to go over the cloth, the red parts. Again, try not to go, try to just hit the spots that are mostly facing upwards. Try not to go into the edges of anything. You want to make sure you leave some shadows in between all the cracks and crevices. Right here, unfortunately, I had my power went out, and I lost all the highlighting and everything. The highlights were Mephiston red and squig orange, and right now for the black, we're going to use Corvus black and Administratum gray. Pretty much, you just want to do like a little, mix those two colors together to get up to pretty much almost close to fully Administratum gray, but don't go all the way. So you're going to do like a mostly Corvus black, a little bit Administratum gray, and then you're going to add those two together and then put that on to do the highlights on the Corvus black areas, and then just slowly build it up like that over time. And then you'll get something that looks like this, but I lost 6 gigs worth of footage, and unfortunately I was not able to save it. Alright, and then you're going to take some pure white scar and just do some dots on the eyes there. For the eyes as well, it's going to be the same color as the red parts of the armor, so just build up to pure squig orange on there as well. Right here, we're going to do some highlighting with plate metal from the army painter. You're going to put this on the metal areas again. Try to hit the upper areas of them. Don't go all the way down into the edges. You want to leave some of that gunmetal that was showing previously. Same thing here. This is going to be more of like a edge highlight or upper area highlight. You're going to try to do some shining silver from the army painter, as you saw a second ago. Just put that in the upper areas on the edges where you think the light's going to hit off that the most. And right here, you're going to use some metal medium from Vallejo, and you're going to use that with shining silver, and you're going to do that on the most highest areas. And you're going to do this as well with a pure metal medium from Vallejo. You're going to put that on the upper areas and on the top again. Try to hit the edges and everything with that where you think you need the biggest reflections. On the 25-cent coin, you're going to use Strong Tone or possibly even Egrak's Earthshade from Citadel, but I'm using Strong Tone from the Army Painter. This is because the American 25-cent coins are slightly more brown than pure silver. After that, I go over the base with Battlefield Brown from Privateer Pet Press, and I just go over the whole thing that isn't the quarter itself. So just spread that all over. You can probably do this in a couple of coats, and you'll be good to go. Pretty much the whole model's done. And now you're going to do a dry brush of shining silver on the quarter once the wash is dry, just to bring up some of the highlights on it. And then you're going to use XV88 on the base plate itself and spread that out and do a dry brush of that on the dirt. And then use your Battlefield Brown from Privateer Press, or maybe even Rhinox Hide or something, just a darker brown. This one's not the darkest, but I like the way it looks. Alright, and there you have it. There's Ant-Man from the Marvel United core box. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I was trying to do a more serious one this time around, but unfortunately things didn't go as planned because of that. The power outage I had and lost all the footage, and all that footage was corrupted. But here it is anyways. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell to be told when new videos will be coming in the future.